Imagine being a top-tier pitcher, an established star, signing a huge contract, yet admitting your greatest psychological hurdle isn't an opposing batter, but the manager who just signed you. Kohei Arihara, the highly coveted right-hander joining the Nippon-Ham Fighters, didn't just celebrate his return to NPB and SCON Field. He confessed that facing his new boss, Big Boss Tsuyoshi Shinjo, as an enemy felt disturbing, admitting that Shinjo possesses a vision that transcends mere baseball statistics, a predatory gaze capable of dissecting the soul of his opponents.
Welcome back to 605 News One, where we dive deep into the emotional battlefield of NPB, tearing down the curtain on the Arihara-Shinjo relationship, a masterclass in psychological management versus pure pitching talent, and the secret key to the Fighters' championship push. Arihara revealed at his introductory press conference that even when playing for SoftBank, he sensed Shinjo was tracking him differently, noting, "He sees things that are different from others. I felt targeted."
He elaborated that Shinjo appeared to be scrutinizing his timing, habits, and overall atmosphere during competition. This is not hyperbole. This is a confession of genuine psychological dread. As legendary NPB analyst and former coach Kenji Tanaka once remarked, most managers scout the arm and the delivery. Shinjo scouts the anxiety. He's not looking for mechanical flaws. He's looking for the telltale twitch, the subconscious release of pressure. His analysis is closer to profiling than standard scouting. This deep observation is why SoftBank's own star closer, Livan Moyanelo, has reportedly expressed concern about Shinjo's tactics, knowing the big boss doesn't just watch the game, he infiltrates the players' minds. But here is where the narrative shifts and the true conflict of Arihara's return emerges. Many critics, anticipating this narrative shift, are already whispering dissent. Why stake a championship bid on Arihara?
They argue, his lifetime ERA against the Fighters is historically problematic, hovering around 3.85 in his previous stint, and his recent attempts in the U.S. were inconsistent. Is Shinjo truly aiming for the crown, or is he just putting on a show with a popular veteran? This counter-argument, rooted in cold, hard historical data, misses the strategic genius of Shinjo's move entirely. The big boss is not interested in the 3.85 ERA of the past. He is obsessed with the psychological vulnerability that created it. By bringing Arihara into the fold, Shinjo has neutralized the man who once feared him, transforming that dread into a weapon of self-improvement. The moment the Fighters announced Arihara's signing, Shinjo escalated the tension dramatically, confirming his ultimate faith by immediately declaring Arihara the opening day starter at SCON Field. This audacious move places Arihara in a rarefied echelon. To be named the opening day starter before spring training, outside of established dynasty years, is a commitment typically reserved only for generational talents like Yu Darvish and Shohei Ohtani in Fighters history. This decree wasn't just a scheduling choice, it was a gauntlet thrown down, forcing Arihara to confront his deepest fears and self-doubts in the highest pressure situation possible. The question became, how does a manager, renowned for his observational acuity, build immediate trust with a pitcher he previously terrorized? The answer lies in the most unexpected of communication tools, Instagram direct messages. Arihara admitted that while he hadn't yet met Shinjo face-to-face, he had received many words from the manager, confirming the big boss's unconventional communication strategy. This is the brilliant plot twist in Shinjo's managerial playbook. By bypassing traditional, rigid team hierarchies and utilizing the informal, personal channel of the DM, Shinjo disarms the professional rivalry and replaces the psychological fear Arihara felt as an opponent with a personalized sense of validation and inclusion. He wasn't just scouting Arihara's weaknesses, he was studying his personality to determine the precise method needed to connect. Shinjo didn't use the DMs to coach mechanics. He used them to dismantle the mental block that defined Arihara's past struggles. The purpose is simple. When Shinjo saw Arihara looking uncomfortable or tipping his pitch, he was logging the data not to beat him, but to eventually mentor him. Arihara's ultimate motivation, then, resolves the open loop of his initial admission.
When asked about Shinjo's observational depth, Arihara didn't recoil. He expressed curiosity, stating, "I want to ask him exactly what he saw. I believe by asking him directly, I will learn and grow. I am committed to growing with the fighters." His goal is clear. We are going for the championship. He is turning the manager's terrifying insight into his personal curriculum.
Arihara has not just joined the fighters, he has joined Shinjo's personalized psychological laboratory, where the manager's genius for finding weaknesses is now channeled inward to forge an unbreakable ace. This dynamic, where the player deliberately seeks the feedback of the man who previously caused him dread, is the single most compelling narrative in NPB this year, signaling that the fighters are not just fielding a team, but building a psychologically primed unit, ready to challenge for the title, leveraging every piece of the pitcher's emotional history.
Do you believe this radical psychological approach, turning fear into fuel, will lead the fighters to the promised championship? Or will the immense pressure of opening bay under the constant gaze of Big Boss prove too much for Arihara? Let us know your predictions in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video, share your insights with fellow fans, and hit that subscribe button for more deep dive analysis right here on 605 News One.